Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller and welcome back to some more The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the previous part, I finished collecting all 4 magical items and spirit orbs and all that good stuff from the 4 main shrines that were on the Great Plateau. And after doing so, this old guy told me to come over to this place where the 4 towers have lines that intersect. Basically, he told me to come here, to the Temple of Time. So I'm going to do just that. Now, I imagine there's a more appropriate way for me to enter the Temple of Time, but I'm just going to climb over this wall right here just to get things done more quickly. I'm also going to point out that this part might be more of a plot-based part instead of a dungeon exploration part. So, forgive me in advance if this part is short, if this part doesn't have me talking a whole lot, if this part is different from the other parts, if it's spoiler heavy, whatever. But point is, all players who play this game will have to experience this part of the game in order to do the rest of it. But after this part of the game, I can do things in pretty much any order. So I figured this part will be dedicated to this cutscene. And then after this cutscene, I will just continue on with my day and do the next bit of stuff in the next part. So, let's go ahead and see what's on inside. This is where I'm supposed to go, right? I believe so. There's a glowing light over here. So what do you say we put the weapon down, we go visit this glowing light, because my game design knowledge tells me you're supposed to go to glowing lights. That's why they're glowing, because they're contrasting everything surrounding them that's not glowing. Let's see what we've got here. It's certainly pretty. I'll definitely say that. What's up? How you doing? You who have conquered the shrines and claimed their spirit orbs. I can offer you great power. It appears you have claimed spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. So tell me, what is it that you desire? Well, I can choose to get extra heart or extra stamina. For the sake of this walkthrough, I think it makes more sense to have extra stamina, because I'm going to be moving around and running around so often. So basically, I can go on a little longer before I get tired. I can climb walls more easily, I can run more easily. When I get my paraglider, I can use that more easily, I can swim more easily, yada yada yada. For the sake of this walkthrough, I feel like this will make things flow more nicely. It might be smarter in the long run to have more hearts, because I've been getting hit a lot. But I figured I can get a bunch of food and cook it and heal myself that way. The extra stamina will allow me to do things more quickly and make more presentable videos. So, if you're playing this at home, I actually advise that you get an extra heart container. If you're making videos, I advise that you get extra stamina. Oh, I heard that old guy. Oh, there he is. The blessing of the blessing of the goddess has made you much more resilient, I see. I guess he doesn't actually sound like that, but whatever. Here I am. Get up here, quickly! Sorry, that's just me having stupid humor. Okay, so I need to get up there. How do I get up there? I mean, I don't know. I can just climb pretty much anything I want in this game because Link is freaking awesome, but surely there's something easy. Yeah, a ladder. I'll take one of those. That way I don't have to waste my stamina meter. Well, if I jump, I have to waste my stamina meter, but I just got extra stamina, so I don't mind running this down a bit. See? Easy stuff. Climbing ladders. That's stuff even I can do as a gamer. But obviously, like, running up to the top of this roof with a weapon on my back and going over to some glowing guy and the top of a tower. I mean, I probably couldn't do that in real life. But okay, here we go. I think this is where all that story-based stuff is going to start.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, One must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, bravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Well, how do you guys like that? A full-on voice-acted cutscene, and I didn't speak over it. Go on. Here is the paraglider, just as I promised. Yeah! Now I can pretty much go anywhere! An item that you received from the king on the Great Plateau. It allows you to sail through the sky. Press X while you're in the air to use it. It's great. Boom. So I completed that objective. What's my next main quest? Surely it should be something simple. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding the area. And I think that's it. Alright, cool. Well, I appreciate the talk. I've told you everything I can. Thanks, man. Well, now I have all these abilities. Now I have all the abilities that I should need in order to complete the rest of this game. So, this game has been fun so far, but here's where the fun really begins. My next objective is to destroy Ganon. Let me just do that real quickly. Seek out Impa, okay. That's the more reasonable objective of the two. I mean, by the end of this game, I'll have to destroy Ganon, but you can go straight to Ganon if you so desire. You can beat him, but because this is a 100% walkthrough, I'm gonna take on all of the dungeons and get all the items and outfits and whatever. In fact, maybe, well, okay. Now, I think I'm gonna end the part here. All right. I think the paraglider is automatically equipped. I think it's just when I start jumping, I can start gliding on it. So, all right. I guess we're good then. All right, folks. I'm pressing all the buttons. Okay, I think the paraglider is just equipped. Let me just end the video. So for now, that wraps up this part of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. See you all next time in the next part when I can pretty much do whatever I want. Bye-bye, humans. Whoosh. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I post videos every day, so if you want to be notified for when my next video goes out, please be sure to subscribe by clicking on my icon right there in the center. And please be sure to follow me on Twitter. My tag is @RealYoshiller. Thanks a bunch. See you all in future videos. Bye-bye, humans. Whoosh.